The tilt steering column in your vehicle makes it easy to get comfortable behind the wheel. To tilt the steering column, push down on the lever below the multifunction lever. With one hand firmly on the wheel, move the steering column up or down as desired. Push the lever back up to lock the column firmly in place. Your Tire Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS, is a preventative safety feature that monitors pressure in your road tires. If tire pressure gets low, you'll hear an audible chime and the TPMS light will appear in your instrument cluster. This means one or more of your tires are underinflated and need to be inflated to the proper tire pressure. You'll find that information on the placard on the inside edge of the driver's side door. Even if the light turns on for a short time and then turns off, your tire pressure still needs to be checked. Remember, tire pressures change with air temperature change. Keep that in mind when you check tires inside a garage, especially in the winter. Tire pressure may increase from heat during operation. Do not reduce this normal pressure buildup, or your tire pressure will be too low. Here's an important note though. Do not try to use the TPMS warning light as a tire pressure gauge, as it does not automatically turn off when proper pressure is returned to the tire. Once your tires are properly inflated, you might need to drive a bit to reset the system. In the city, you might need to drive above 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour for a preset period of time before the warning light turns off. The warnings might stay on, however, until all tires have been properly inflated. The windshield wiper washer control lever is located on the right-hand side of the steering column. Simply move the control up to the second detent for low-speed wiper operation or the third detent for high speed. For some weather conditions, you may want to use the intermittent wiper feature. Just move the control to the delay position and adjust the wiper interval length by rotating the end of the lever control. To use the washer, pull the lever toward you and hold it there while the sprayer is operating. The wiper will operate for 2 more wipe cycles after the lever is released. The mist feature is handy. Just push down on the lever for a single wipe to clear off road mist or spray from a passing vehicle. A rotary ring switch on the control lever operates the rear window wiper washer function. Rotating the switch to the on position will activate the wiper. Rotating past the on position will activate the washer. If equipped, our innovative automatic climate control system can automatically adjust airflow temperature, distribution, and volume to maintain a comfortable temperature even under changing conditions. Operation of the system is quite simple. Just turn the blower control and the mode control to the auto position. Then dial in the temperature you'd like using the temperature control. The system will now maintain that level automatically using the heating and air conditioning systems. You'll experience the greatest efficiency by simply allowing the system to function automatically. For manual control, just rotate the controls out of auto mode. Select O or off on the blower to stop the system completely and close the outside air intake. If equipped, the automatic dimming mirror automatically adjusts for headlight glare from drivers behind you. The feature controls the driver's outside mirror as well, so when the inside rear view mirror adjusts, so does the driver's outside mirror. The feature disables when you shift into reverse to improve your rear view. Turn the feature on or off using the button at the base of the mirror. A light to the left of the mirror lets you know when the feature is active. If equipped, the front and rear axle lock or true lock system allows for both wheels on the rear axle to be locked together or all 4 wheels on the front and rear axles to be locked together. This improves handling in off-road situations. Axle lock will only activate if the following conditions are met. The key must be in the on-run position. Your 4-wheel drive setting must be in the 4L low range, and your driving speed must be 10 miles per hour or 16 kilometers per hour or less. You'll find the axle lock rocker switch on the instrument panel to the left of the steering column. To activate the system, push Push the bottom of the axle lock switch once to lock the rear axle only and a second time to lock the front axle. The rear and front axle lock indicator lights will illuminate accordingly. The indicator lights will flash until the axles are fully locked or unlocked. Once the rear axle lock is engaged, push the bottom of the rocker switch to cycle the front axle lock on and off. To disengage both axle locks simultaneously, push the top of the axle lock switch. Your vehicle is equipped with an engine oil change indicator system. If the system detects that the time has come to change the oil change required message will flash in the instrument cluster display for approximately 10 seconds after a single chime has sounded. The engine oil change indicator system is duty cycle based, which means the engine oil change interval may fluctuate depending upon your personal driving style. To reset the oil change indicator system after performing the scheduled maintenance, put the ignition into the on-run position, but don't start the engine. Now fully depress the accelerator pedal slowly 3 times within 10 seconds and turn the ignition switch back to the lock position. If the indicator message illuminates when you start the vehicle, the oil change indicator system did not reset, and you will need to repeat this procedure. Your vehicle may be equipped with one or more 12-volt power outlets. Some can only be used when the ignition is in the on-run position, while some are powered directly by the battery and can be used at any time. Remember though, excessive use of this outlet can drain the vehicle's battery. The power outlets can be used to power cell phones, electronics, and other low-power devices. If equipped, the electronic sway bar system allows for greater front suspension travel in off-road situations. You'll find the sway bar switch on the instrument panel to the left of the steering column. Push the switch to activate the system. Push it again to deactivate the system. When the sway bar disconnects, the sway bar indicator light will light up in the instrument cluster. The light will flash while the feature is activating or when activation conditions are not met. The stabilizer sway bar should remain in on-road mode during normal driving conditions. Here's a quick note though. Do not disconnect the stabilizer bar and drive on hard-surfaced roads or at speeds above 18 miles per hour or 29 kilometers per hour, as you may lose control of the vehicle, which could result in serious injury. The front stabilizer bar enhances vehicle stability and is necessary for maintaining control of the vehicle. The system monitors vehicle speed, and if it has been disconnected, will attempt to reconnect the stabilizer bar at speeds over 18 miles per hour or 29 kilometers per hour. This is indicated by a flashing or solid sway bar indicator light. Once vehicle speed is reduced below 14 miles per hour or 22 kilometers per hour, the system will once again attempt to return to off-road mode. To disconnect the stabilizer sway bar, shift to either 4-wheel drive high or 4-wheel drive low and push the sway bar switch to obtain the off-road position. The sway bar indicator light will flash until the stabilizer sway bar has been fully disconnected. Keep this in mind though. The stabilizer sway bar may be torque locked due to left and right suspension height differences. This condition is due to driving surface differences or vehicle loading. In order for the stabilizer sway bar to disconnect or reconnect, the right and left halves of the bar must be aligned. This alignment may require that the vehicle be driven onto level ground or rocked from side to side. To return to on-road mode, push the sway bar switch again. Let's talk about how to let a little more of the great outdoors in by taking your 3-piece modular Freedom top off. After a couple of times, you'll be a pro at this, but at first, an extra pair of hands might come in real handy. Now, the left panel must be removed before removing the right panel. First, fold down the sun visor and move it to the side. Turn the center L-shaped locks from the center of the roof panel. And turn the rear L-shaped lock located above the shoulder belt anchorage. Now, turn the rear fastener knobs located on the overhead speaker bar assembly counterclockwise until they can be removed. Unlatch the header panel latch located at the top of the windshield and remove the panel. To remove the right panel, follow the same steps as the left panel. To reinstall the front panels, first, make sure they are positioned properly to ensure sealing. Set the panels on the windshield frame so that there is no overhang. Also, make sure that the panels are sitting flush with the body. Remember, install the right panel first, then the left panel. Now you can reinstall the panels using the same steps as removal. Just reverse the order. To remove the rear hardtop, remove both front panels as we talked about before. Now, open both doors. On the 4-door model, you'll need to remove the 2 Torx head screws that secure the hardtop at the B-pillar near the top of the door using a number 40 Torx head driver. Remove the 6 Torx head screws that secure the hardtop to the vehicle along the interior body side using a number 40 Torx head driver. Locate the wiring harness on the left rear inside corner of the vehicle. To disconnect the wiring harness from the hardtop, slide the red plastic tab up, push the tab on the side of the connector, and pull to disconnect. Then, disconnect the rear window washer hose. Remove the hardtop from the vehicle and place it on a soft surface to prevent damage. Like I said earlier, an extra pair of hands is very helpful. To reinstall the hardtop, use the same steps as removal, just reverse the order. Remember though, the hardtop must be positioned properly to ensure sealing. Also, make sure that the hardtop is sitting flush with the body at the sides and check to ensure that there is a uniform gap between the lift glass and hardtop. To remove the doors on your vehicle, roll down the glass window to prevent any damage. Now, remove the hinge pin screws from the upper and lower outside hinges using a T50 Torx head driver. It's recommended that the hinge pin screws and nuts be stowed in the rear cargo tray located under the rear load floor. Now, to unplug the wiring harness connector under the instrument panel, push the tab at the top of the connector and pull to disconnect. If the latch on the connector is locked, pull the latch down. This will unlock the connector tab, allowing the tab to be pushed down and enabling the harness to be disconnected. Unhook the door strap from the body hook. Be careful not to allow the door to swing fully open, as the mirror may damage the paint. Now, with the door open, lift the door to clear the hinge pins from their hinges and remove the door. Remember that these doors are heavy, so use caution when removing them. To reinstall the doors, carefully reverse the removal steps. Enjoy the convenience of easy entry front seats, which give rear seat passengers easy entry and exit. Just push the lever on the seat back toward the rear of the vehicle to tilt the seat forward. To return the seat to a sitting position, push the seat toward the rear of the vehicle until the track locks. Then rotate the seat back upright until it locks. The diagnostic system can let you know if your fuel filler cap is possibly loose, improperly installed, or damaged. You'll see the gas cap message in your odometer display. Tighten the gas cap until you hear a clicking sound, which lets you know the gas cap is properly tightened. Push the odometer reset button to turn the message off. Keep in mind, the system may take a little time to reset itself, but if the message doesn't go away within 3 days, see your authorized service center as soon as possible. If equipped, the heated seat system can make cold day driving a little more pleasant. You'll find the control switch near the bottom center of the instrument panel, just below the climate controls. Push the switch once to choose high, or twice to choose low. Push the switch a third time to turn the feature off. If high-level heating is selected, the system will automatically switch to low-level heating after a period of time and will eventually shut off automatically. It's a tradition that goes back more than 75 years. The Jeep Wrangler combines capability with the passion to turn every journey into an adventure. This video will show you just a few of the things your new Wrangler can do. Here's hoping you'll never have to, but just in case, let's talk about changing a flat tire. The jack and lug wrench are located in the rear storage compartment. To remove the spare tire from the carrier, remove the tire cover if equipped, and remove the lug nuts with the lug wrench by turning them counterclockwise. Now, you can loosen, but do not remove the wheel lug nuts by turning them to the left one turn while the wheel is still on the ground. Make sure you're parked on a firm, level surface safely away from traffic. Avoid ice or slippery areas. Make sure the ignition is off, the hazard lights are on, and the parking brake is fully set. Blocking both the front and rear of the wheel diagonally opposite of the jacking position is also a good idea. If changing the right front tire, block the left rear tire. You'll need to assemble the jack and jacking tools by connecting the jack handle driver to the extension, then to the lug wrench. Carefully place the jack under the front or rear axle tube as shown. Do not raise the vehicle until you are sure the jack is fully engaged. Now, you're ready to raise the vehicle by turning the jack screw to the right. Raise the vehicle only until the tire just clears the surface and enough clearance is obtained to install the spare tire. Remember, minimum tire lift provides maximum stability. Okay, now go ahead and remove the lug nuts and wheel. Position the spare tire on the vehicle with the valve stem facing out. The vehicle could be damaged if the spare tire is mounted incorrectly. Reinstall the lug nuts with the cone-shaped end toward the wheel. Lightly tighten the lug nuts clockwise. Now, you can lower the vehicle by turning the jack screw to the left and remove the jack. Once on the ground, you can finish tightening the lug nuts. Alternate lug nuts until each lug nut has been tightened twice. Maximum effort should be used for final tightening of the lug nuts. It's always a good idea to have the tightness checked with a torque wrench by your authorized dealer or at a service station. Now, just secure the tire, jack, and tools in their proper locations, and you're ready to go. Your vehicle may be equipped with our remote keyless entry system. This system allows you to lock or unlock the doors and activate the panic alarm from distances of up to about 66 feet or 20 meters using the key fob. To unlock the doors, push and release the unlock button on the key fob once to unlock only the driver's door, or twice to unlock all the doors. When the unlock button is pushed, the illuminated entry will initiate and the parking lights will flash twice. Push and release the lock button on the key fob to lock all doors. The manual climate controls let you balance the comfort conditions inside your cabin. You'll find the controls on the instrument panel. The mode control lets you choose the air distribution pattern. The fan control regulates the amount of air delivered through the system. The fan speed increases as you turn the control from the off position to the right. And the temperature control regulates system temperature. Turn the dial left into the blue area for cooler temperatures. Turn it right into the red area for warmer temperatures. The circulation control lets you choose between outside air intake or recirculation. This light lets you know when recirculation mode is on. Only use recirculation mode to temporarily block outside odors or in conjunction with the air conditioning to rapidly cool the interior in very hot or humid conditions. Speaking of air conditioning, a light will illuminate when air conditioning is engaged. Push the rear window defrost control to engage the rear window defrost. You chose Wrangler to get off the beaten path, so let's talk about how your four-wheel drive transfer case shifts you into the right mode to take full advantage of Wrangler's unique capabilities. The transfer case provides you with 4 mode positions: 2H or two-wheel drive high range, 4H or four-wheel drive high range, N or neutral, and 4L or four-wheel drive low range. Now, for normal street and highway conditions such as hard surface roads, your Wrangler should always be driven in the 2H position. In the event extra traction is needed for, say, loose slippery road surfaces, snow, sand, or off-road conditions, you can shift your Wrangler into 4H or 4L and let your Wrangler's legendary four-wheel capability get you through. Shifting between 2H and 4H can be done with the vehicle stopped or in motion. With the vehicle in motion, the transfer case will engage or disengage faster if you momentarily let up on the accelerator pedal after completing the shift. Apply a constant force while shifting the transfer case lever. Shifting between 4H and 4L should only be done with the vehicle slowly rolling at 2 to 3 miles per hour. With the vehicle rolling, shift an automatic transmission into neutral or depress the clutch pedal with a manual transmission. Then, shift the transfer case lever firmly into the desired position. Now you can shift back into drive. Some momentary noise is possible and normal as the transfer case is being shifted from 4H to 4L. But here's an important note. Because 4L is geared for maximum torque and pulling power, you should never exceed 25 miles per hour with the transfer case in the 4L position. The multifunction lever to the left of the steering column controls your headlights, parking lights, beam selection, fog lights if equipped, instrument panel brightness, and turn signals. To turn on the parking lights and instrument panel lights, turn the end of the multifunction lever to the first detent. To turn on the headlights, turn it to the second detent. For automatic headlights, turn the end of the lever to the auto position. The system automatically turns the headlights on or off depending on ambient light levels. With the parking lights or headlights on, or with the lever in the auto position, rotate the center portion of the lever up or down to adjust the brightness of the instrument panel lights. Rotate up to the next detent to brighten the odometer and radio controls. Rotate up to the last detent to activate the interior lights. To switch the headlights to high beam, push the lever away from you. Pull the lever toward you to return to low beam operation. You can signal another vehicle with your headlights by lightly pulling the lever toward you. This will turn on the high beam until you release the lever. Your vehicle also features lane change assist. Just tap the lever up or down once without moving beyond the detent, and the turn signal will flash 3 times to let other drivers know you're about to change lanes, then automatically turn off. To activate the optional front fog lights, make sure the parking lights or the low beam headlights are on, or put the lever in the auto position, then pull out the end of the multifunction lever. If your new Jeep Wrangler is equipped with the Sunrider soft top, you can let a little more of the great outdoors in without lowering the whole soft top. Let's take a look at how quickly and easily it's done. First, unclip the sun visors and move them out of the way. Then, release the header latches from the loops on the windshield frame. Now, grasp the header and side bow and lift the top back. That extra pair of hands comes in real handy here. Rest the header on the back of the rear portion of the deck. Fold the material so that the material forms a W, and make sure the material makes 2 folds. Secure the top by wrapping the strap around the side bow and using the Velcro closure. Make sure you secure both sides of the Sunrider top. Your new Jeep Wrangler is equipped with the Sunrider soft top, so you can let a little more of the great outdoors in without lowering the whole soft top. Let's take a look at how quickly and easily it's done. First, unclip the sun visors and move them out of the way. Then, release the header latches from the loops on the windshield frame. Slide the Sunrider sleeve forward to expose the Sunrider link on both sides. Take the header and soft top and fold them back like you're seeing here. Locate the straps to secure the side bows and wrap the straps around the bows on both sides. Now just reposition the sun visors and you're ready to go. Hopefully you remembered where you stored the quarter windows because it's time to put them back in. Stick the top corner into place using the Velcro. This will hold the window in place while you start the zipper from the forward edge of the window. Once you get the zipper started, move it only about 1 inch. Now, you can easily tuck the door rail retainer into the door rail. Make sure the retainer is fully seated and properly positioned in the door rail. Continue zipping the window to the upper rear corner. Now, tuck the window's body side retainer into place, starting at the rear of the window and working toward the front. You can zip the window all the way closed and put the Velcro covering back into place. Repeat this step for the other side. Hopefully you remembered where you stored the quarter windows because it's time to put them back in. Stick the top corner into place using the Velcro. This will hold the window in place while you start the zipper from the forward edge of the window. Once you get the zipper started, move it only about 2 inches. Now you can easily tuck the door rail retainer into the door rail. Make sure the retainer is fully seated and properly positioned in the door rail. Tuck the window's body side retainer into place, starting at the rear of the window and working toward the front. Now you can zip the window all the way closed and put the Velcro covering back into place. So now let's remove the quarter windows. Release the Velcro flaps at the rear and top of the window and start to unzip the window from the rear lower corner. Once the window is unzipped, release the body side retainer and the door rail retainer. A gentle pull should do it. Remove the window on the other side the same way. Again, store them where they won't get scratched or dirty. Now, it's time to untuck the sail panels from the body side at the rear corners of your new Wrangler. It will help to pull down on the forebow to release some tension. Fold the sail panels up so they rest on top of the vehicle. Before we lower the soft top though, make sure the swing gate is open to prevent damage to the rear center-mounted brake lamp. To release the side bows, push down on the latch above the front of the rear door. Push the top rearward to disengage. Again, that extra pair of hands will help. Slide the side bows off of the door frame track and lower the top down into the back of the vehicle. After you've lowered the top, make sure you tuck the material inside the vehicle so nothing hangs out and flaps in the wind. Finally, to secure the top, wrap the Sunrider straps around the side bows and through the body side retainer slot and use the Velcro closure. Close the swing gate. Now, you're ready to have some fun out there. So now, let's remove the quarter windows. Release the Velcro flaps at the rear and top of the window and start to unzip the window from the rear lower corner. Once the window is unzipped, release the body side retainer and the door rail retainer. A gentle pull should do it. Remove the window on the other side the same way. Again, store them where they won't get scratched or dirty. Now, it's time to untuck the sail panels from the body side at the rear corners of your new Wrangler. It will help to pull down on the 3-bow to release some tension. Fold the sail panels up so they rest on top of the vehicle. To unlatch the side bows from the door panels, push on the latch pedal from behind and make sure the plastic sleeve is in place over the Sunrider link. Okay, here comes the lowering part, where that extra pair of hands we talked about will help. As you are lowering the top, make sure you are tucking the material inside the vehicle neatly. The side bows should fold to form a V-shape. Finally, to secure the top, wrap the Sunrider straps around the side bows and through the body side retainer slot and use the Velcro closure. Close the swing gate. Now you're ready to have some fun out there. Now eventually you'll have to put the soft top back up, so let's go over that procedure. Still have that extra pair of hands? Good. First, undo the Sunrider straps securing the top. Working from the rear with the swing gate open, grasp the folded side bows and lift to the top of the rear door frame and slide forward. Make sure the side bows are latched at the front of the rear door. Now, pull the side bow forward and down until the header reaches the windshield. Moving inside the vehicle, unclip the sun visors and move them out of the way. Then, flip the top latch hooks down from the handles and insert them into the windshield slots, but don't close the latches completely yet. That will create too much tension to easily reinstall the quarter windows and rear window. At the rear of the vehicle, gently pull the sail panels over the forebow and get ready to tuck them into place. You'll slide them in from the rear moving forward. Now eventually you'll have to put the soft top back up, so let's go over that procedure. Still have that extra pair of hands? Good. Working from the rear with the swing gate open, make sure the plastic sleeve is in place over the Sunrider link. Carefully lift the header along with the tube bow up and over the sport bar. Pull the side bow over and down until the header reaches the windshield. Make sure the Sunrider bracket on the side bows latches to the door rails. You should hear a click as you move it into place. Moving inside the vehicle, unclip the sun visors and move them out of the way. Then flip the top latch hooks down from the handles and insert them into the windshield slots, but don't close the latches completely yet. That will create too much tension to easily reinstall the quarter windows and rear window. At the rear of the vehicle, gently pull the sail panels over the 3-bow and get ready to tuck them into place. To reinstall the rear window, with the sail panels on both sides partially released, set the rear window back into the swing gate brackets and starting at the left-hand side, zip the window back into place. Now, grasp the swing gate bar and roll it back into the swing gate brackets. Tuck the rear window retainers into the swing gate bar brackets and tuck the sail panels back into the body side retainers. Finally, close the header latches and clip the sun visors back in place. Easy enough. To reinstall the rear window, with the sail panels on both sides partially released, set the rear window back into the swing gate brackets and starting at the left-hand side, zip the window back into place. Now, grasp the swing gate bar and roll it back into the swing gate brackets. Tuck the rear window retainers into the swing gate bar brackets and tuck the sail panels back into the body side retainers. Finally, close the header latches and clip the sun visors back in place. Easy enough. To completely lower the soft top, undo the strap securing the Sunrider top. Now, moving to the rear of the vehicle, open the swing gate and remove the first 3 inches of the sail panel on both sides. Then, remove the rear window retainers from the swing gate bar brackets. Now, unzip the rear window completely from the passenger side. Then, pull the swing gate bar straight back from the swing gate bar brackets. Make sure you store it where it won't get scratched or dirty. Not so tough so far, eh? To completely lower the soft top, first, unclip the sun visors and move them out of the way. Then, release the header latches from the loops on the windshield frame. Make sure the Sunrider sleeves are slid rearward, covering the Sunrider link. Now, moving to the rear of the vehicle, open the swing gate and remove the first 3 inches of the sail panel on both sides. Then, remove the rear window retainers from the swing gate bar brackets. Now, unzip the rear window completely from the passenger side. Then, pull the swing gate bar straight back from the swing gate bar brackets. Make sure you store it where it won't get scratched or dirty. Not so tough so far, eh? If equipped, speed control or cruise control lets you maintain a selected speed in continuous flowing highway traffic. To activate cruise control, push the on-off button on your steering wheel. An indicator light will appear in your instrument panel to let you know the system is active. Once the system is on, accelerate to the speed you want to maintain. Then, push and release the Set Minus button to set the speed. Take your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will cruise at the speed you've selected. To disengage the speed control, use the clutch or brake pedal or push the Cancel button. These actions will not erase your set speed memory. To resume your set speed, push and release the Res Plus button. The Resume feature can be used at any speed above 20 miles per hour or 32 kilometers per hour. You can adjust your set speed with the Res Plus or Set Minus buttons. Push and hold these buttons to increase or decrease the set speed. Just release the buttons when your desired speed is reached. Tap the buttons to change speed in 1 mile per hour or 1 kilometer per hour increments, depending on the mode your speedometer is in. Tap 3 times and your speed will increase or decrease by 3 miles per hour or 3 kilometers per hour. To deactivate the system, push the On/Off button a second time. It's best to leave the system turned off when not in use. This video is not intended to take the place of your owner's manual. For complete details and other important safety information, please see your owner's information.